Welcome to the Township of Sparta Environmental Commission meeting of Thursday, September 11th, 2025. The meeting is called to order at 7:04. We are live in the council chambers at the municipal building and also live streaming at www.youtube.com at spartatwp/streams. Adequate notice of this meeting was provided to the public and the press on January 10th, 2025 by delivering to the press and posting on the township website a copy of the notice. Please join me in saluting the flag. After saluting the flag, we're going to have a moment of silence for 9/11. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. I have no idea if that was 30 seconds or not. It was a moment.
Thank you.
All right, Emily, can you have roll call, please?
Deputy Mayor Margie Murphy,
Here.
Chair Kimberly Knoll,
Here.
Vice Chair Neil Sauerwein,
Here.
Christine Dunbar, Ted Gall, Christine Rogers,
Here.
Barbara Kazalka,
Here.
Landon Tanieri, Robert Otto.
Here.
Thank you.
All right. First order is approval of the minutes.
On page 3, under the Stroud Research Center, third line in, it should be baseline salt snapshot instead of sale. And then also on the bottom of that page, so we were discussing these dates at the last meeting of when we would be doing it, but we've since changed the dates. So I don't know if we leave it, do we just leave it as is for the meeting
Yeah.
minutes and then we'll just correct it going forward? Okay.
When we get to that topic. tonight,
Yep.
we'll correct it. Yep. I agree. Any other changes to the minutes? Do I have a motion to approve the minutes with that change on the third page, third line down, changing sale to fall?
To salt.
Salt, sorry. See, I can't even hear you.
I got it.
I'll make a motion with that minor correction.
Thanks, Rob. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thanks. All right. It's going to be a very fast meeting tonight, I think. All right, we have no applications to review and no correspondence. Can open it up to the public. We have no public here. So moving on to reports. All right. Who would like to go first?
I don't have much to say. The master plan subcommittee, we were supposed to have a meeting last Thursday, but it was postponed till next Monday. The information gathering is still underway with different focus groups. You know, we've had our own here, but there's still more ongoing.
Thank you. Rob, Planning Board?
Just trying to think of anything of note to share. We had another little bit of change, and we're going forward. And I think for the design standards, I just finally watched the town council, and I think some observations were made about planning board, and I would kind of point to those observations that we're looking at implementing changes to design standards, and from the planning board, the suggestion was made so maybe this was missed, the nuance was missed, that in our recent planning board meeting, that we would bring that push for design standards under the umbrella of the master plan. And so with that, I would hope to kind of incorporate some of the stuff that we've been talking about with environmental, just kind of looking at lighting, best practices, dark sky initiative type things, and probably pervious, impervious questions, stuff like that. So, yeah, I believe I was put on the master plan subcommittee, but there are some subsequent changes, and I have yet to receive a email confirmation, but, so, anyway.
And town council update?
Town council, we voted on the resolution for the New Jersey Climate Superfund Act, and I would like to take some more time to rethink that and to investigate more and see and talk with the township attorney and get some clarification on some things and possibly vote again.
Okay.
Okay. The committees that, we have the Rev 250. If anybody has any desire to join Rev 250 and be part of the historical committee's work and our work, and every month they're planning an event, so I will let you know as soon as they get into schedule. They're really working hard, and first thing they have is the Tavern Talk on January 11th
Oh,
at Crow's. And we will have some trivia, American History Revolution trivia nights. Not sure whether to be held yet, depends on where we can have them and how many people, possibly at the country club, possibly at the school. Also, the Sparta school system has been recognized as part of the Revolution history. Goodness. From this date, of course I left that home. A revolutionary, we've gotten notification and approval and recognition, so they're going to be having classes conducted by some of the teachers and by some other people coming in on the American Revolution. So not everybody is in the state, but Sparta is. So it was we're being recognized as being part of it. We applied and they got it, which was pretty neat. So they'll be learning more American history. There's also Martha Washington, a woman that portrays Martha Washington and tells her story, and I believe it's going to be held at the Historical Society, and I'm not sure the dates yet. So, but there will be a calendar of events.
nice.
Yeah, it's good. And that's about it for Relation to the Environmental Committee.
Okay. I think, Neil, you, the only other thing I think happened was you reported our annual report.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for that. And I just want to commend everybody here on this board for everything you do is above and beyond. It's just incredible, the amount of work everybody does and the different projects. I'm overwhelmed by the amount of work you all do. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Our pleasure.
All right. Unfinished business. So you just mentioned the New Jersey Climate Superfund Act that was presented to the town council on Tuesday. So we don't need to cover that one again. There are 3 additional ones that we're still talking through, which we need to still get on the agenda for the town council when you're ready
Okay, the
for
packaging.
that process. Yep.
Okay.
And that's why they remain on this unfinished business list. Deer management, I'm sorry, anything else on that? Those items, okay. Deer management, we still need to provide them with a preliminary report about where we think the most problem areas are. I'm trying to get my hands, Emily, maybe you can help, because I didn't find it on the website. And I'm probably just not looking in the right place. Chief McCarrick had presented about all the accidents and the most places in Sparta where the accidents happen. Most interested in the deer strikes and where the deer strikes are happening.
Okay.
And I know that when I listened to the meeting, he talked about it, so it's in there. I just couldn't find it.
Okay, I'll
Yeah.
look for it.
Because that'll be one of the key points that we're going to include in there. Because where that's happening is obviously where there's a lot of deer activity.
What about cross-referencing Space Farms? I don't know if they keep a log of when they collect roadkill.
That's a good
Roadkill.
idea.
Probably do,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they
Between,
do.
between those two resources, you could just do a cluster map.
Well, probably DPW.
Okay, yeah, so maybe
Um,
Jim's up.
Okay, I'll contact Joe too about
Yeah.
that.
Because I actually, a deer died on my neighbor's lawn, and I called down here, and they referred me to Space Farms
Oh.
for the deer.
Okay.
Tripod. We named him.
Aw. Any other suggestions about how we could get data, more data on that? I mean, I was thinking about a survey, but I don't know that we really need that. We pretty much know it's Lake Mohawk. But the only question I have is if there's other places.
Other place, yeah.
Yeah, because I know
don't
up by
know.
me, we do not have, yes, we see deer, but they are nowhere near the problem that we see.
They'll create a survey, like a Google form, they have a survey, and we can put it on the town website, and anybody who's not in Lake Mohawk can do the survey.
Yeah.
Just to maybe see problem areas.
Okay.
Or just
many-
anyone in Sparta,
Yeah,
that'd
or
be good.
anybody-
Yeah.
Anybody in
Anybody.
Sparta.
How many times a
yeah.
week or a day do you see deer? Do you?
I mean, I don't live here, but I was on, what's the name of the road? Give me a second. Sussex Mills, and there was a little albino
Oh,
deer.
wow.
Really?
Yeah, and they were just right there.
There's some on East Shore too. I've yet to see them.
Yeah, there used
An
to be,
albino one?
Mm-hmm.
there used to be a
Wow.
piebald deer that was around for a couple of years, but I don't see that anymore.
Okay.
Piebald.
What's that?
They're white, but they have brown spots, almost like a
What's that?
cow with brown spots.
Wow.
Okay, so for next time, I'll come up with some survey questions. Maybe there's some best practices out there too that we can I just Google everything now, so.
What about Sparta Mountain? Anything like wildlife management or, because when we had the talk, we had the ecologists and they were talking about the browse of the native vegetation in the clear-cut areas. And so that seems kind of like an area that we could focus on, but I guess we would get that from blanking on the name, that trail that goes up the side of the mountain. Anyway, the township has some access up near Sparta Mountain. So if we did a survey like Emily suggested, I think that'd be good.
Yeah, people could weigh in from there too. Okay, thank you for those suggestions. The ANJAC conference, just again, the reminder, ANJAC conference is October 10th and the Rivers Conference is October 17th. I think the 10th is a Friday and the 17th is a Saturday, yeah. If anyone's interested. Is anyone interested in ANJAC and going and representing you? You representing us, sorry, Neil,
I-
you usually do go.
I do, but I can't this year because
Okay.
I have concert tickets.
The nerve.
I didn't.
Better be a good
Got them
one.
a while ago. Yeah.
Are you going already,
So-
Christine?
Not to that. No,
Okay.
I'm going to the Rivers Conference.
You're going to be at the river, so
Yeah.
you can.
It's a
fill us in.
Norwegian death metal band.
Oh, nice.
No.
All right,
Nice.
so
In Norway?
Yes.
is anybody interested in going who can represent us? It is a Friday, so if you're a working person, that's always the problem for me, taking time off.
Possibly. Let me check.
Okay. Just let me know, Margie.
I will, if nobody else.
Yep.
Um,
And there is a fee, I think it's 75 or 65, something like that.
Yeah, I
for a
think in our
member,
budget we have about
and the township usually
200
covers
left. Yeah, our budget, we have about like 200 left, I think.
Yeah.
Give or take.
And that's
so-
one of the things that we usually cover with what little bit is left, yep. Okay. All right,
I
Eh.
can make the Rivers Conference, though.
awesome,
I'll be going to that.
okay.
You going to the Rivers?
So we'll have two folks there, that's great. All right, any new business?
Maybe we should just mention about that baseline salt study.
That's what I was gonna go
Yeah.
to.
Other than that, no.
Okay. So, yes, the baseline salt snapshot day got moved to Sunday, October 12th. It's going to be from 10 to 2. We also changed the location to the Sparta Public Library. So the library is open on Sundays. It's either noon or 1. I can't remember right now. So there's a slight overlap in the time, but that then allows for the bathrooms to be available in the park there and also in the building. And I did check with Dave Smith from the library, and he said that's fine. So it'll be set up, you know that there's that bench out front. If you're facing the library, it's off to the left.
A little
We-
table?
Yeah, there's a little table. I
Yeah.
think it's a bench or a table.
Mm-hmm.
That's where we'll set it up, and we'll bring a tent. And Christine Dunbar is on board with all that. And I have the flyer. I only printed one though, so I can pass it and folks can
Flyer
take
is
a look
on
at
the
it.
town website already. I got
Oh, it is
posted.
Oh, it
already?
is?
Yep,
Okay,
I got it
thank you so
posted.
much. Yeah, so let everybody know and let's try to get as many participants as possible. I'm gonna run to all my usual salt sites that day.
Christine Dunbar and I had talked about establishing a rain date for that as well. If
Oh,
it's not on the flyer, so I don't know if we,
I can update it because they sent it to me now in a
okay.
non-PDF. I don't know
Okay.
what it is, maybe it's a Word.
So she wants to do the rain date as Tuesday, October 14th.
Okay,
But hopefully we could just do the weekend so that we have more people there.
yeah. Okay, I can put that on there and then I'll resend it to you, Emily. Okay.
I'll update the website too.
And Christine, you're so good at describing the purpose.
So, well, we were collecting salt, all samples all winter to track what the effect of the road salt in the wintertime was. But the purpose of this study is to see the baseline conditions. So think about how it's been nearly a year, right? By that point, since we've had snow. So the idea is in base flow conditions, so just in regular river flow conditions without the impact of precipitation and runoff and road salt application, what do those conditions look like in the river? Like how much salt is in our waterways when road salt isn't being actively applied?
Nice.
And so is it, and it's all, and all this information is on the website. Now, do you want of lakes as well, or just rivers?
So I think what we're going to do is we're going to have a whole list so people can just come and then we're going to have the supplies. Christine Dunbar was getting all the supplies from Stroud Water Research Center. So
they'll be there.
then, yeah, so volunteers can come. And then I think there's a registration page. Yes, scan. Okay, so there's a QR code on the flyer. You scan the code to sign up, and then you can either indicate if you have a set site that you want to monitor, or else one can be assigned for you.
Great, thank you.
That includes test strips, they'll be.
Yes, they're going to be provided.
All right,
I had one other
sure.
thing. Since I did just watch the council recording, Margie, do you recall the beautification committee suggestion that came up during town council? I think it was the mayor that brought it up.
Yes.
So that was, if you guys remember, when we had someone from Lake Mohawk speak to the deer problem, and she had landscape designer background, and she works with the Master Gardener. And if you guys have been through White Deer Plaza, she and
Peggy Laddie.
yeah, well, Barbara Abita and Peggy Laddie. I wasn't going to say my names, but no, it's fine. So they've been kind of instrumental in setting up plantings in White Deer Plaza, as well as in the boardwalk, and kind of setting things above graze height so deer don't get them. And I think like the downtown hasn't looked this good in quite some time. So I believe the mayor had spoken to that and kind of said, like, had maybe had some initial conversations with them, or maybe just was thinking about this, that, you know, hey, we should do this throughout the township. And that idea got me thinking, well, if we're to do it throughout the township, then environmental may want to weigh in on that and say, you know, how about some native plants? We can showcase kind of what we've been talking about with applications that come forward where we say, plant this, not that. And I think even non-natives oftentimes will provide useful habitat for insects and pollinators, which are obviously insects. But so I think we should kind of, if that happens, if that's something that carries forward, we should try to, you know, be involved with that. So I'll leave it to Margie to kind of stay involved, keep us apprised, and see if there's an opportunity. Like, you can, you know, offer us up, I think, right? And then just say we'd like to maybe have some say in that. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, yes, I can't remember when I've seen it this beautiful, to be honest. And I have the pleasure of helping them do the boardwalk. I didn't do the middle of town. And I had no idea they were going to be that magnificent. It was just, I mean, they were little tiny when we all did them. And there was a handful of people. There's maybe 10 of us, 12 of us that did it. And I'm sure that they could use help, because I know they do other gardens around town.
Yeah.
But it would be lovely. Yeah.
Nice. All right, good suggestions. All right, any other new business? Oh, we are considering canceling the October 9th meeting because at this time we don't have any applications or correspondence. And we have some folks who are going to be away. We'll have to monitor and see if there are any applications. We do have another meeting in between now and then, and if we end up having to meet for some reason, we can certainly do that. But thoughts on potentially canceling October 9th at this time seem like okay. All right, we'll monitor applications and correspondence and see. It is the meeting right before the October 12th SALT snapshot, but I think we're planned. I don't think we'll need that meeting in order to do that, so. Anything else? All right.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Thanks, Rob. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thanks, Neil. All in favor?
Aye.
I think you should have dropped your voice another octave.
Is it dropping? I don't know.
I make a motion.